What's up, everybody? Welcome to Webcast Citizen. My name is Mr. Webba, and today we are talking about Disneyland's switch from gas-powered vehicles of Autopia to electric. Now, we have heard about this from Disney before, and this was like a couple years ago or maybe 3 years ago. I don't remember. However, there's a lot of questions about this, right? Because some people like Autopia, some people don't. I am just kind of iffy on it. It's okay, but my problem with it is that it takes up a lot of space. And Disneyland, as it is already pretty crowded in space as it is. So we have an article here from KTLA 5. Let me bring it up right here. And here we go. Disneyland to replace Autopia's gas engines with new electric cars. So now there's a lot of questions, right? Is this going to be like how are they going to do this? Are they just going to charge, not charge, but are they just going to put charging stations like all throughout the attraction? Are they going to put it at just one whole area? Is the track going to get redone to be like a charging track for the vehicles? How is this going to work? Well, let's find out. Autopia, the gas-powered attraction in Disneyland's Tomorrowland, is set for a major upgrade, which is good. I mean, usually when you upgrade an attraction, it's usually a positive thing, right? But Tomorrowland has a lot of complications. Disneyland officials confirmed to KTLA that the resort has an agreement with the California Air Resources Board to retire the ride's gas-powered engines in early 2027. So interesting. Now, of course, we have here this beautiful photo of Autopia with an awesome Matterhorn mountain in the background. It's a great shot, actually. This here says work is underway on the design, engineering, and testing of a fully electric vehicle prototype, with more details expected soon. So I'm see when they say soon, do they mean like a couple months soon or like a year out soon? How soon is soon? Could we hear about this potentially for D23? So actually, let's talk about this, right? So here, let me get this nice picture back up while we talk about Autopia. So Tomorrowland has had a lot of issues. The initial concept and design with Tomorrowland, the execution of it was really cool. I mean, you could argue that Tomorrowland has the most kinetic energy in the park, second being Fantasyland, because you have Autopia, you have the subs, you have the Astro Rockets, and then, well, we used to have People Mover and then slash Rocket Rods. But as with a lot of stuff in Tomorrowland, these don't really work anymore or are not being used. So some that has died down, but some of it is still very much alive, like subs, Autopia, and even the Rockets. There's a big debate, right? Do you like the Autopia's cars? It's old, old style. In current real life, we are already at electric cars. And is it time to maybe rethink what Tomorrowland is or what the concept should be? Should Tomorrowland be renamed to be another themed land like Discovery Land? Because tomorrow and Discovery kind of go hand in hand, right? Discovery creates tomorrow. However, that's not the conversation of this. The conversation is the electric coming to Autopia. Now, a lot of people will for sure miss the gas, the gas smell, the loud sounds of the engines. With the electric car, at least in the real world, they're all very quiet. They don't have that high power engine sound that a lot of car enthusiasts like. I'm very curious what the Imagineers are going to come up with for this. Now, of course, if these cars are going to be quiet, then they might have something like on Indiana Jones or Radiator Speed's Racers, where they might have speakers built in to have added car sound effects to simulate the sound of an engine. Now, how that's going to be, I don't know, compared to having a real engine motor going. But yeah, here's the thing. I'm on two minds of this. I'm on one side, I'm like, okay, cool. They're for sure going through with this because it was kind of up in the air. We heard about this happening, but we still weren't sure, especially with the California, going electric thing and getting rid of gas-powered vehicles and so on and so forth. So my two minds are one thing of this. One hand is that uh, this kind of determines Tomorrowland's future, basically, at least in my opinion, in terms of this ride is not going anywhere. They're going to change the car. There's going to be new cars. It's going to be powered differently. New way of refueling them, which is charging them. So this means that this is going to extend the life cycle, the lifespan of Autopia. Now, for people who aren't really big fans of Autopia, like myself, it's like, okay, that's kind of a bummer because here's my problem with Autopia. It takes up so much space. The other problem is that it's also integrated with the Nemo subs, which also takes up a lot of space. So for the fans, if we were hoping for a Tomorrowland redo, refresh, reimagine, well, this is not going to happen. At least not for this side, right? Um, so I think that kind of seals the fate of that. However, on the other hand, with them committing to this, I think this is kind of Disney, at least what it seems like. Maybe the path forward is, hey, we're not committed to reimagining Tomorrowland or redoing Tomorrowland in the next 5 to 10 years. However, what we can do is try to update and restore, update current attractions and restore missing or non-existent attractions. So like the Magic Eye Theater, the People Mover track, Launch Bay. Because look, with Launch Bay, now that we have Galaxy's Edge expanding into the OT timeline, and Darth Vader's over there. We don't need Launch Bay anymore. I mean, Launch Bay is pretty much useless, and they have that DVC lounge upstairs. So, I mean, in my opinion, that's kind of useless too. Why have that? The whole building is useless. The floor turntable, as far as I know, doesn't really turn anymore. That whole thing you can just demolish and put something else really cool there. But for sure, the people mover track, at least get that going back up, bring something back to the Magic Eye Theater. So if they're going to invest in Autopia in this big way of changing the entire kind of design, basically, then I wonder if we will still have the same Tomorrowland, but they can plus it by making the existing attractions better and maybe, hopefully, bringing back some old ones or utilizing that previous occupied space with new attractions, which I think would be really cool. So if they can at least do that and make it better than what it is currently, I would be really happy. That would be a win for Tomorrowland, especially right now, since it doesn't seem like Tomorrowland currently as it is going anywhere in terms of being demolished. And look, Tomorrowland still brings in a lot of people. So I don't think that they are going to be doing anything with Tomorrowland in terms of just totally closing it off and demoing the entire thing. But that's it for this story. It's a very short one. Disney just released it today. However, I'm curious because D23 is only in a couple months. What is it now? It's May, June, July, August. So in about 3 months, we will have the D23, which will have the experiences panel. And I'm very curious if they mean soon here, if they're talking about, hey, we are going to announce more details about this at D23. If they did, that would be cool because in a long time, we will have an announcement of something in Tomorrowland for Disneyland, which would be just cool in itself, right? Because we haven't really had that. Fans have been asking for a long time, forever and ever. Hey, we want some Tomorrowland news. We want Tomorrowland to be like demoed and redone. Also, it would be cool too if Tomorrowland got a repaint to have a cohesive theme throughout the land, including with Autopia. So I'm very, very curious to how this whole Autopia thing is going to go. Are they just going to restructure the actual ride mechanism itself, or are they going to go through and actually, put in some new show scenes, repaint it, make it more aesthetically pleasing? Are they going to plus this ride more than just the ride mechanics or electrics itself? So everybody at home, let me know what you think. Again, this is just a very, very short video. I want to talk about Autopia because it is not a ride I am particularly fond of. Even as a kid, I went to Tomorrowland, barely ever went on this ride. But here's the thing though, a lot of people go on it. A lot of people love this ride, or at least the normies do. And this line is packed all the time. So people love it for whatever reason. But it's staying, as far as we know, it's going to stay for the next, I don't know, 5 years, 10 years. I don't know, man. I guess we will have to wait to find out. But everybody at home, let me know what you think about the Tomorrowland in general. But more so, what do you think about Autopia going electric? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you hope they make more improvements than just the ride mechanism itself? What do you think this means for the future or the non-future of Tomorrowland? Let me know in the comments below. And of course, I will see everybody next time. Have a good one.